Imagine, on a beautiful day, you're strolling through the forest and suddenly come across a porcupine. No, don't get too excited, because what you might encounter is not a cute little creature with soft spines, but a moving stone covered in sharp thorns. Have you ever wondered how these creatures, which make anyone cautious when they first meet them, could be part of a booming industry in some countries? It sounds crazy, right? A porcupine farm. Who would have thought of that? But yes, it's true. These creatures are not only raised for their meat, which is considered a delicacy in many places, but they have so many other surprising uses that you wouldn't have imagined. But before you jump to conclusions, let's take a moment to think about what you would do if you encountered a porcupine in the wild. Would you walk up to it and say hello, or would you step back, watching it from a safe distance, thinking to yourself, is it safe to be near a porcupine? Before you answer that, let's uncover some secrets you might not know about porcupines, especially the professional porcupines raised on farms. You might be surprised at how much these prickly animals can offer. You might even find yourself saying, "This is actually pretty amazing." Sure, porcupines have sharp spines, but have you ever wondered how they use them for defense? Contrary to what many people believe, porcupines can't actually throw their spines like darts. Instead, when threatened, they turn their backs, raise their quills, and shake their tails like they're saying, "Don't come any closer." And if you ignore this warning and get too close, you'll quickly learn a painful lesson from those barbed quills, which can dig deep into your skin like tiny fishing hooks. Once they're embedded, these quills don't come out easily, causing lasting pain, and sometimes even piercing through organs. Surprised yet? But the magic of porcupines doesn't stop at their spines. While many people think porcupines are just simple forest dwellers, the truth is they are becoming an important part of the agricultural industry in several countries. These seemingly hard-to-approach animals are now a valuable source of income for farmers. You might be wondering, how could I possibly make money from porcupines? The answer will definitely surprise you. First, let's talk about porcupine meat. It's considered a prized delicacy in many cultures, especially in Asia, Africa, and Europe. The meat, which has a flavor profile that combines the best of pork and beef, is perfect for slow-cooked dishes like stews and roasts. Imagine sitting down at a fancy restaurant where the main dish is a porcupine stew that you just can't stop eating. Would you be able to resist? And it's not just about the meat, even their quills can become an important commodity in the crafting world, used to create unique decorative items that you'd never think of. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Farming porcupines isn't as hard as you might think. In fact, it's easier than raising pigs. They don't require much space. Just about 1 square meter per porcupine will do. This means you could even build a porcupine farm in your backyard, if you're brave enough and enjoy a bit of challenge. What's more, porcupines don't need complicated diets. They are omnivores, eating everything from fruits and vegetables to insects, worms, and beetles. You can even feed them agricultural byproducts like corn husks and leftover vegetables, which helps reduce farming costs. However, raising porcupines isn't entirely without its challenges. Like any animal, they need a comfortable and safe environment. One of the most important things is to make sure they have a warm place to stay during the cold winter months. If not properly cared for, they can become sick. If you're farming porcupines for their meat, you'll also need to be prepared to deal with their sharp quills when slaughtering them. This means having the right tools, such as using fire, heat, or specialized pliers to safely remove the quills. So, would you dare to raise porcupines? You might laugh and think it's a crazy idea, but what if I told you that it could be a stable income source? And if someone asked you, do you raise porcupines? You could proudly say that you're part of an emerging industry where these spiny creatures are not only a weapon of defense, but also a profitable business. Imagine a future where you can sit in a luxury restaurant, eating a delicious porcupine stew, knowing that you helped create that dish. Whether or not you decide to start a porcupine farm, one thing is certain: these creatures will always make you think twice about the animals we often overlook in our everyday lives. Who knows, maybe one day, you'll be the professional porcupine farmer everyone admires, telling fascinating stories about these surprisingly fascinating creatures. On the remote islands of Indonesia, a giant predator reigns supreme, the Komodo dragon. Many people visit these islands to witness these incredible creatures in their natural habitat, but few truly understand how dangerous they are. These lizards are not just massive, they are fierce, powerful hunters. They can outrun humans, take down large animals like water buffalo, and their bite is incredibly deadly. With sharp teeth and venom, Komodo dragons are among the most dangerous predators on the planet. What makes them such incredible hunters, and how do they survive on the rugged terrain of Komodo Island? With only 2,000 human residents sharing their land with these terrifying lizards, encounters between humans and Komodo dragons are becoming more common. In fact, in early 2024 alone, nearly 700 incidents were reported, raising significant safety concerns. One chilling incident occurred in 2009 when a fruit picker, Muhammad Anwar, was trapped in a tree for hours as two hungry Komodo dragons circled below. Eventually, exhausted and unable to escape, he fell into the deadly jaws of these fearsome reptiles. In some villages, Komodo dragons even raid cemeteries, forcing locals to relocate graves. It's clear that the Komodo dragon isn't just large, it's a living tank. Weighing about 75 kilograms on average, some giants have been recorded weighing up to a staggering 356 pounds and measuring up to 3 meters long. They are, without a doubt, the largest lizards on Earth. Their thick, rough skin, covered in dark brown-gray scales, acts like natural armor, allowing them to blend seamlessly into their surroundings while also protecting them from injuries. But it's not just their size that makes them terrifying. Komodo dragons have an arsenal of weapons that make them even deadlier. Their muscular tails swing like whips, strong enough to knock down prey. Their short but powerful legs, armed with razor-sharp claws, enable them to grip, slash, and even climb when necessary. And then there's their bite. This is where things get even more sinister. Komodo dragon's venom is a deadly cocktail containing anticoagulant enzymes that prevent blood from clotting. This causes rapid blood loss, paralysis, and eventually shock in their prey. These dragons are expert hunters, and their favorite meals include deer and goats, just the right size to make for a filling meal, but not too large for a Komodo dragon to overpower. Unlike most predators, Komodo dragons don't chase after their prey. Instead, they rely on patience and stealth, sneaking up on their target before launching a deadly ambush. Deer and goats tend to wander into open areas, making them easy targets. During the dry season, these animals gather near water sources, which gives Komodo dragons the perfect opportunity to strike. If a deer or goat is weak or injured, it becomes an even easier target. With their powerful bite and venomous saliva, a Komodo dragon only needs one good strike to bring down its prey. Once bitten, escape is nearly impossible. Their powerful jaws and flexible throats allow them to swallow small prey whole, while for larger animals, they tear off massive chunks of flesh, devouring nearly every part, including bones and hooves. After a large meal, Komodo dragons can go days or even weeks without eating again, thanks to their slow metabolism. A single large meal, like a deer, can keep them full for about a month. Their ability to survive long periods without food makes them highly efficient predators. While Komodo dragons are land-based hunters, their hunger knows no boundaries. Even water isn't always a safe escape. These massive lizards are strong swimmers, capable of crossing between islands in search of food. Although they prefer hunting on land, they won't hesitate to snatch prey from shallow waters. If a struggling deer or wild boar wades too deep, a Komodo dragon may charge in, clamping its powerful jaws around the victim and dragging it back to shore. Even fish, sea turtles, or animals carried ashore by the tide can become an easy meal for them. Their keen sense of smell allows them to detect food from miles away, even if it's hidden beneath the waves. So, how is this fearsome predator born? Komodo dragons mate between May and August. During this time, males fight each other to win a mate. Afterward, the female lays 15 to 30 eggs and hides them in a nest. The eggs take 7 to 8 months to hatch. Newborn Komodo dragons face immediate danger even from their own kind. To survive, they climb trees and descend only when they are strong enough to hunt. As they grow older, they become a serious threat to both humans and livestock, leading to controlled hunting. Hunters use rifles like the .375 RG Magnum to aim for vital areas, ensuring a quick and humane kill. After capture, Komodo dragons are examined and tagged for conservation efforts, helping scientists track their health and population. Although the dragons are protected, their numbers remain fragile. Conservationists continue to study their behavior and genetics, searching for ways to ensure their future. What do you think about this fearsome predator? Share your thoughts in the comments.